It's a secret we're keeping, whispers in the air. Family members coming from everywhere. Marika and Paul are waiting, can't be late. Counting down the moment till we celebrate.
Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? We're in central Paphos and we're going to work our way slowly but surely to downtown Coral Bay. So don't click off just yet if you want to learn a little route without going down to the coastal road until we get to downtown Cyprus. Spectacality of a day indeed. I'm pretty sure you can see that sky. It's looking blue. By the time we get to Coral Bay, I promise you, that sea, it'll be looking blue. Mr. Paul, you guessed it, he's dressed head to toe in blue. That must mean one thing: all that is missing is you. So come on, get yourself on a big bird or a canoe, start paddling like crazy, because Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me, we're waiting, and we really are, especially for you. But what a spectacality of a day indeed. There's no doubt about it. The weather, if you're curious to know, is 32 degrees. Humidity's a little bit high in the afternoon, but of course it starts to recede as the evening time comes, and it is a great place. That's downtown Paphos, of course, or Coral Bay, to go and get yourself a spectacality of a drink, or perhaps a meal or two. This is the Vargas roundabout coming up, by the way. They seem to have the fountains switched off, but a bit later on they'll be spurting their stuff up into the blueness of that sky, especially for you. Let's work our way towards the Masoi crossroads, and then we are going to work our way towards Ember, and then we're going to kiss the cusp of Tala and then head down into Cyprus, and slowly but surely we are going to join the main coast road from Paphos to Peyia and of course Coral Bay, and we're going to go for a drive down the Coral Bay Strip to show you some of its improvements, and of course name one or two of the bars and restaurants along the way. Look at these undulations. Oh my goodness. If you were in a Tesla, I'm pretty sure, hopefully it wouldn't catch on fire, but I'm pretty sure it would fall to pieces because these roads are absolutely atrocious. Luckily for me, I'm in one of the most reliable cars in the world, and it's about 5 years old. Never missed a beat, by the way. Of course, it's got a T on the front and a T on the back. The only thing I'm not so sure about is the hybrid engine. It kicks in and it kicks out, kicks in and kicks out. But apparently it's all in the name of saving the planet and saving us a couple of bob or two at the pumps. On that note, if you do like what you see, don't forget, hit that like, doesn't cost you a single penny. Smash that subscribe button, doesn't cost you a single penny, just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend the little channel known as Marika and Me to more like-minded people like yourselves. But of course, if you would like to keep the channel afloat, if you'd like to keep us lubricated on these rather hot days, why not go and hit that link for the Buy Me a Coffee and gift us a coffee or two. Of course, you can also join us as a Superstar member, starting off at only a tenner a month. That's all it costs. So make sure that this little channel keeps on going and making these little productions especially for you. And of course, if there's somewhere that you would like us to go, drop it into those comments, and this video will be coming very soon indeed, especially for you. So technically this is Ember, as the sign is suggesting, and Tala is this way. We're going to literally kiss Tala, and then we're going to take a left, head deep into Ember and work our way towards Cyprus. Then we're going to join the main coast road from Paphos to Peyia, and then we're going to head towards Peyia and take a left and go down the main Coral Bay Strip. So if you want to see what's been going on the island of love, stick with us. It's going to take us about 15 minutes from here, so I'm going to steal that little bit of time from you guys, and of course I do thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if there is somewhere that you'd like me to go, you drop it in the comments, and you never know, that video could be coming very soon indeed, especially for you. let's take a left, and as the sign suggests, let's head deep into Ember, and we're going to wiggle and we are going to waggle our way through the extremities of Ember and head towards Cassoniga, and then finally Peyia, and of course Coral Bay. Let's take a left. You see, streets that you've never been on, and on top of that, views that are quite simply worth dying for. Let's take a right. And let's continue our little trip through the extremities of Ember Village. Quite a big area, by the way. A lot of expats live in Ember, and there are holiday accommodation, obviously, apartments and villas. Should we say it's what, 15 minutes-ish from Coral Bay, and about 15 minutes-ish from the main event, which of course is the downtown Cape of Paphos promenade and harbour area. And as I keep saying to you, if you have not been to Paphos before, so perhaps you're not so familiar with the area, and let's say you find that perfect place to stay, whether it's a hotel, an apartment complex or a villa, why not drop it in the comments and tell us what you want from your holiday, and then ask our opinion if perhaps you've chosen the right place. Because often your holiday can be destroyed because you find you're not in the location that you actually wanted to be. That's not to say that the accommodation is not lovely, but you find that perhaps you need to get a bus all the time, you are out in the middle of nowhere, you need to hire a car. Now, lots of people like that kind of holiday, and they are expecting to hire a car, but they want the peace and the tranquility of perhaps living that little bit further away from that blue Mediterranean Sea. So please drop in the comments, and we'll do our very, very best to give you our impartial view of what we think that you are perhaps considering to choose. Paphos is to the left, about 10 kilometres, and Peyia is to the right, again, around about 10 kilometres. So sit back and relax, get yourself a nice cup of tea or something like that. I am going to light up the big boy cigar, and I'm going to have a slurp on my nice can of chilled Coca-Cola. So I'll let you enjoy the views for a second or two. This is Cassoniga Villager, by the way. You can't beat a slurp from a can of the real thing. Coca-Cola, full fat, that's what you like. Keeps you rejuvenated when you're driving around on the streets of Paphos. So here we are, downtown Cassoniga. This is the older part of the village, by the way. And of course there is Cassoniga down by the sea as well. So again, confusion. So if you were booking somewhere, it will say Cassoniga in its address, obviously, but that doesn't actually mean that you are down by the sea. So please, please drop it in the comments and give us its address, and we will tell you exactly where it is, and hopefully you'll be making that perfect choice on that holiday when you come to downtown Paphos. Speed bumps everywhere, you see, on top of all the undulations. But luckily, this car's got quite a smooth ride, to be fair, for a small little hatchback. And remember, these roads really, really are Sherlock Holmes. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you're curious to know what is he on about when he says Sherlock Holmes, it goes back a long, long way. One day, we were making a video in downtown Cape of Paphos, and I was talking some mumbo jumbo, as I do, and Marika was about to say, you're talking a load of old, S-H-I-T, and she improvised with the word Sherlock Holmes, and from that moment on, those words stuck. So no disrespect to the greatest detective that the world has ever known, but whenever we come across a bad road or something that's not very good, we say Sherlock Holmes. And it's quite funny when we meet people and they tell us they use our phrases, Sherlock Holmes, chopsy mopsy, when the sea is a bit bouncy bouncy, when the weather's not too good. So here we are. We're coming to the extremities of Midtown Cassoniga, shall we call it, and slowly but surely we are going to join the main coast road from Paphos to Peyia or Coral Bay, and you are going to get a view quite simply worth dying for. I promised you at the start of the video that the sea was blue. Feast your eyes and digest. There it is in all of its glory, turquoisey blue, and it's waiting especially for you. You feast your eyes, and I'm going to light the big boy. Now that's a view, there's no doubt about it. Even though they're trying to build new villas to try and block it that little bit, it's still a view, quite simply worth dying for. So this is what we call the Casonaga crossroads. The lights are always on stop, by the way, but isn't that the case all over the world? They're always on red to slow us down. So there's no point in speeding, by the way, especially if you're in downtown Paphos. Perhaps you've borrowed a car, stolen a car, or even rented a car. I warn you now, stick to the speed limits. The boys and the girls in blue, they are waiting, and they really, really are waiting, especially for you. Predominantly, the speed limit is 50 kilometers an hour. If you're coming from the UK, that's 30 miles an hour. So you're quite used to driving around at that speed, so just stick to it. Even on the faster stretches, go to about 65, 70, and you're not going to go far wrong. And remember, there's also little camera vans parked up as well. And on top of that, some of the traffic lights now have got traffic control cameras, so they catch you if you don't stop at the line. And of course they catch you if you boot it and go speeding as well. So please drive very, very carefully. You're not going to get there any quicker. If you're late, you're late. It's as simple as that. But information for you there, if you are in Casonaga or perhaps in Peyia, that right in front of us is the Bayside kiosk. Great selection of cigars, but it's like a mini market. It's like an Aladdin's cave when you go in there. Pretty much everything you can want for that fridge. And of course, on top of that, they've got lots of things that you may have forgotten or you may want, like blow-up dinghies, inflatables, shorts, sunglasses, all those kind of things at a reasonable price. So if you are missing something, Bayside Kiosk, if you're in this kind of area, and it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In the distance now, the peninsula sticking out on the left-hand side, that is Coral Bay. Plenty of hotels, apartments and villas in there. So again, if you fancy one, drop in the comments and we'll go and hunt it down and tell you what we think of it. Of course, on the right-hand side, that is the hillside of Peyia, and there's many villas and apartment complexes in there. And of course, as I say, Peyia and Coral Bay are a totally different type of holiday to downtown Paphos. So drop in the comments what kind of holiday are you looking for, and of course the name and address of the apartment, the villa or the hotel that you've chosen, and we'll do our very, very best to give you an impartial review and some advice on it. So this is the final stretch now. Technically, we are now leaving Casonaga, and there is a sign coming up with green writing on a white background that says welcome to the Peyia municipality. And Peyia is a huge area, by the way. It encompasses Peyia, what we call Lower Peyia, Mid Peyia, Upper Peyia, Coral Bay, Sea Caves, and of course Argus St George. And if you want to see videos on those places, again, hunt in the YouTube search bar Marika and Me Sea Caves, Marika and Me Argus St George, or St George, Marika and Me Peyia, and those videos will come up and we'll be dancing, we'll be prancing, or I'll be driving around, especially for you. So this is it. We're going to take a left onto the Coral Bay Strip, and we're going to name one or two of the restaurants and bars along the way. I suppose most importantly is the Bank of Cyprus there on the right hand side. If you want a bit of spondoulis like that gentleman's doing, he's going to get his plastic friend out, pop it in the machine, pop in his code, and hopefully it'll chuck him some money, and then he can start his adventure on this, which is the Coral Bay Strip. You've got Zita's Bar, one or two people sitting there. You've got the Coral Bay Health Clinic. If you happen to fall over or something like that, that's where you'd pop in. You've got the Crystal Kiosk and Mini Market. You've got Chalky's Bar. Plenty of bars, plenty of restaurants. I'm pretty sure if you're in Coral Bay, there's enough here to keep you entertained for a couple of weeks or so. Othello's, they do a fabulous breakfast in there, by the way. You've got Cleo's, there's a Chinese restaurant, there's a Japanese restaurant, you name it, Coral Bay has got it all. So it could be that self-contained holiday for you if you're in one of the villas around the back, or perhaps in one or two of the hotels. And if you're coming from Paphos, right on cue, that's the bus number 615. Runs about every 20 to 30 minutes, and it's €2 each way. And of course this bus will take you around Coral Bay and then take you back to the Tomb of the Kings bus terminal. And if you wanted to walk into the harbour from there, it'll take you about 15 to 20 minutes, or you can get on another bus and of course that will take you into the harbour and Cato Paphos area. Each bus trip is €2 per person. Perhaps if you're clever, you might consider to buy yourself a day pass, and that is £6.50 for the whole day. And of course you can hop on and off as many buses as you would like. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and of course if you like what you see, hit that like, smash that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my travels in and around Paphos. And of course, why not go and hunt us down on that Buy Me a Coffee platform and gift us that virtual coffee or two as a thank you, as a gesture of goodwill. Thanks for watching, and I will look forward to your company again very, very soon indeed. You see, as I said, 615, and that's going to take you all the way back to the Tomb of the Kings for only €2. And they run about every 20 to 30 minutes. Thanks for watching.
It's a secret we're keeping, whispers in the air. Family members coming from everywhere. Marika and Me are waiting, can't be late. Counting down the moment till we celebrate. Shh, don't let it slip away. Tonight's the night we have to play. Surprise, surprise, it's your special day. Let's open the doors and shout hooray. Joy.